and we are speaking with four lovely ladies here today, and we are talking about this wonderful fashion show that was held recently, and we are talking about how the fashion show assisted cancer survivors in our country. And of course, we still have with us Gillian Williams, who is a designer. And we are joined now by Erin Storr, who is an honoree, as well as Toni Callender-Lewis. Toni Callender-Lewis with this beautiful ball in her hand. Raise that ball so the camera can pick it up. Very nice. Now, as a designer, what are these about?
These balls are from the fabric of hope. When we first did the fabric, we did it with white.
Yeah.
And our second run of the fabric was with blue. So we made Christmas balls that you can buy and put on your Christmas tree in memory of someone that has had cancer.
That is very, very wonderful. This is nice, isn't it?
Yes, that's lovely.
Just look at them. These are wonderful ornaments, eh? And you make them all out of fabric?
They're all made out of fabric.
And can you make them a little smaller?
Yeah, they can be made smaller.
Yes, very nice. Now, ladies, you all were on the runway the other day.
We really were.
Yes.
Tell us about it, Toni.
It was more than a fashion show for me. It was a celebration of life. The room was vibrant, colorful, and all of the survivors really, really enjoyed themselves. We had a good time. And like I said, it was a celebration of life because the songs that we would have walked to, for the most part, it depicted where we are in life or the journey that we had while doing chemotherapy and or radiation and surgeries as well.
And you're a cancer survivor?
I am a 4-time 10-year survivor.
4-time 10-year? What does that mean?
I've been diagnosed with cancer 4 times.
Wow.
Over the span of 10 years.
Over 10 years?
Right.
Well, you are looking great.
Thank you.
And it was good to hear that you were modeling some of the wonderful fashion of Gillian here.
Yes.
And you are a cancer survivor as well, right?
Well, I haven't gotten my certificate to say that I am a survivor. I'm still
Really?
going
Here?
through treatments. I'm still going through treatments now.
Okay. How long have you been diagnosed?
Last year, November, I was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer.
Okay, very good. Well, it's about an attitude, I'm told.
Yes.
And you are someone who you show that you're dealing with this affliction very beautifully, because
Yes.
you're not hiding the fact that you were on chemo.
No, I'm not hiding. And like I tell everyone, you know, the chemo gave me this beautiful hairstyle, which I'm rocking very well. And, you know, you have to look at it with a positive attitude when you go through this. You know, that it's only a chapter in your life. It's not the whole story.
You know, it's good that you said that, because I was reading something this morning, and it said that certain afflictions are a gift.
Yes.
So that you are able to share your experiences and talk about the positive nature of the gifts that these afflictions bring.
Yes. Well, my motto that I've been saying throughout this whole process is, I have to go through this journey to get to my promise. So this is only a process.
That's interesting.
This is only a process.
And you can say the same, Toni.
Definitely. A part of the healing process is basically not to focus on what you're going through, but what you need to do is find your purpose. And while you're dealing with the issues that you have to deal with, you try and help others regardless.
And in participating in that fashion show, I'm sure, gave you a tremendous amount of pleasure. Eh?
Oh yes, it was exhilarating. It was breathtaking. It was an experience that I was on a high from that night until the next morning. It's like I didn't want to take off the dress.
Is that right?
Yes, Gillian made us feel so beautiful in the inside and on the outside.
Very good, very good.
Yes, I saw a part of the touching speech that you gave to Gillian on behalf of the survivors and how they felt, and everybody was crying in the fashion show at that point too, because it is a wonderful thing that you have done and a great experience for everybody and very emotional.
Yes,
It was.
Yes, it was.
You know, Gillian, you've been designing, and let me show the public that I've just been given a beautiful bracelet that I'm going to wear very proudly.
Thank you.
That Gillian designed, along with these ornaments. She's done a number of bracelets for men and women. Now it's colorful, but it's
It's made up of the colors associated with the various types of cancer as well.
yes. Now, what makes this a male bracelet?
Well, see, the women all have the bigger ornaments hanging.
Okay.
Yours just has the ribbon.
Okay, very
for
nice.
cancer.
And there is Toni with the beautiful, what you call them hanging? I forget what you call
Charms.
The
charms.
yes.
Charms,
Right.
beautiful charms. How long have you been making these bracelets, Gillian?
Well, I had someone make them up. I knew what design I wanted, and she took what I said, and this is what she produced.
Very good. And are you selling these
These
locally?
are selling. We have another order coming in because we sold out at the show.
I'm sure you because they're beautiful.
Yeah, we sold out at the show, so we have another order that should be in another week. And they sell for $20. And they're beautiful.
They're beautiful and they have positive messages.
Yes.
Inspirational messages, which
Inspirational messages on the
yes,
charms.
on the charms. This one is faith over fear. And this one is know your worth. And you go girl, and yeah, so they're different.
And so you can put whatever you want on the
Whatever you
charm.
want.
You can put the name of a person on your
Yes,
charm
yes.
as well,
Or you can put the initials.
or the initials. Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful. You are talented.
Thank
I
you.
mean, in addition to the ornaments, you have bracelets, you have clothing for men and women, and you are going to make me a tie.
Yes,
and
I
I'm
will.
sure that when the fellas see my tie,
They're going to want a tie.
They're going to want a tie.
Yep, so we'll have to make ties for them as well.
That's right, and we're going to get these colors in Canada, right?
yes,
and around the world.
Mr. Jones, yes. And it's all about going back into cancer research.
Yes,
And
yes.
for the Cancer Society.
Yes, for the Cancer Society, yes. Because when we had our first show, we had 2 of our honorees for our very first show were, actually 3 of them were from the Family Islands. And it was so hard on them. 2 of them stayed at the Cancer Society. And what they do there, I don't know if people really understand what they do there. You know, you come from the Family Island, they house you, they take you to your treatments, they bring you back, they take you to get your food if you want to get something. That's what they do.
I did
So
realize that.
that's like a home away from home. And they have the room set up really nice. And, you know, I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to get the fabric of hope in those rooms. But I know I'm going to get some revelation soon for that. But that's what they do there. So any way that Romilda Rose Designs can assist with helping them do that, we're prepared to do it.
Melda Rose has bracelets of hope, ornaments of hope, clothing items. Ladies, who are the survivors? We've had a whole lot of people over the years on our shows talking about cancer. And there are women who hide and they do not express themselves when they have a cancer or when they are going through treatment. What gives you the courage to model and to speak out?
Well, you know, cancer is nothing that you should be ashamed of. It's nothing that you pick up on the side of the road, or it's something that just happens.
Yes.
And when I speak about it, you know, I have support from a whole lot of persons, you know, encouraging me, you know, that you can fight this, you can overcome this. So when persons hide their cancer, you know, they almost like go into a shell and become depressed. And you shouldn't be depressed. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And the more you talk about it, you know, the better I felt, and the more, like I said, I got support from persons and encouraging me, praying for me, and even assisting me whenever possible.
And your faith is
Has to
strengthened,
be.
it doesn't.
It has to be
isn't it?
strong. Being secretive about it really doesn't help you. The more you talk about it, healing comes, and you're also able to help others in their journey as well. And it's not doom or gloom. It is, and the cliche, it is not a death sentence, is true. It's not a death sentence.
Yes.
It's another chapter in your life that you have to roll with. And what keeps me going is I'm my mother's only child, and I have children. I am here to take care of my children. Nobody can take care of them better than I can.
Yes.
And I'm also here to take care of my mom when she gets old.
Yes.
So I have reasons to fight.
You know, we had the president of Sister here the other day, and she is a survivor, and for a long period of time, I guess almost 20 years or something.
20 years.
20 years, yes. And she has been working and giving people inspiration and hope throughout the years.
Right.
And you, I'm sure, are part of Sister as well, eh?
Well, I try to be a part of all of them in some form or fashion, but I'm aware of all the groups.
Yes. You know, I tell Bianca, I've learned a whole lot about these challenges that women go through because she's been bringing them on this show.
That's a good thing.
Probably spoken to a whole lot of women who have been challenged by various forms of cancer, men as well. And it is good that you have donated your time and your energy and your efforts to help survivors.
We do everything. You know, last year, the first show, we didn't have a sponsor, so I did everything myself. Last year, we got Alive as a sponsor, but we didn't get them back this year. So this year, again, Remilda Rose covered everything for the honorees.
And the incidence of cancer is growing in the country every other week. I'm hearing of someone every day who has been diagnosed, and you wonder what we can do to reduce the incidence of cancer in our country. It's lifestyle, isn't it?
Yes, lifestyle, and we have to really alkaline our bodies a lot because the water we drink is not alkaline, and with your bodies being alkaline, it helps fight diseases within. So we have to watch what we eat, really. Focus on a healthier diet.
And then the other flip side is it's also genetic.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter how much you exercise, what you eat. If you have a genetic disposition to do it, to have it, you will.
If you have this,
all you can do is pray.
This BRCA gene, eh?
Well, this BRCA, and the one that I have is called a Leaframini.
Called what?
Leaframini.
Okay.
Right. That's it's a rare one as well. Everybody knows about the BRCA. Hardly anybody knows about the Leaframini gene. But I tested negative for Leaframini, and they said it had to be something else. Why so many people in my family, father, sister, daughter, all had it. And so they tested, they gave me another test. And that's when I found out it was a Leaframini gene.
Leaframini gene. This is the first time I'm hearing it. I tell you, I learn something every single time we talk about cancer.
Doctors don't. A lot of the doctors that I talk to abroad, they don't know about it, and they are cancer doctors too. So it's no shame in not knowing. You just don't know because people don't talk about it.
Yes.
It's just that rare.
And the point is that it is more than lifestyle.
Right.
Contracting cancer is more than a lifestyle thing.
Sometimes it
is. It is genetic as well.
Right. I say the Leaframini is like a sickle cell. That's the best way I could describe it.
And it's all really about early detection, right?
Right, right.
And not being scared to get yourself examined.
Right.
I think a lot of people are afraid to actually just go to the doctor every year and say,
Right.
to get a full physical. Were you getting, now it's time for mammograms and stuff, they promote it for the month of October to really
Right.
say, go out there and get it. Was that something that you were doing, or did you wait and
No, well,
find something?
with me, every year I did my mammogram, and last year when I did it, that's when they discovered the lump. And because I did it every year, they were able to find the mass, and it was stage 1. So that was very good, you know. I encourage all my female friends and my sisters, you know, do it, and do it every year, even though you may not be feeling any pain or discomfort, or just do it, because if they detect it in the early stages, chances are they can treat it.
And I think a lot of people have misinformation about it, thinking that you would feel pain, but actually you don't.
I didn't feel anything, and it's like I said, because I did my mammogram every year, they saw a mass that they told me that they need to look at it more closely, and that they did a biopsy, and then it came back to say that it was stage 1.
Oh.
And in my instance, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I think they were saying that young people were supposed to start doing mammograms at 40, and I wasn't
Yes.
40 yet.
Yes.
Yes.
And so I think since then, I think they've backed the age down to like Bahamian women should check at age 30, something like that. But the reality is, you have children in high school getting breast cancer. So at what age? There's no set age. That's how I feel, personally.
Well, Toni and Aaron, good to see you. I need to take another break, and it's good to see you looking so vibrant and pretty.
Thank you.
Let's take another break here on our program, and we have a video coming up, right, Bianca?
Oh yes, we have a video of my father's fashion show that I was speaking about earlier, where we have also some breast cancer survivors in Canada that were modeling in that show.
Good.
It's very touching, and also my father's sister has breast cancer, so she was talking about her process of what she's doing now with that also.
Very good. We take this final short break, and we'll come right back.